something every buyer and seller should understand in 2026 in Calgary's market. For the first time in several years, Calgary's real estate market is starting to shift. Some homes are still selling quickly, while other property types are sitting longer on the market. And in this video, I'm going to explain exactly what is happening with Calgary's home prices, inventory, and where Calgary's housing market may be heading in 2026. So let's start with a quick Calgary real estate market update. According to recent market data, Calgary currently has about 3 months of housing supply, which means the Calgary housing market is moving towards a more balanced market. A balanced market is when neither buyers nor sellers have complete control. Right now, Calgary has around 4,800 homes for sale, and overall home sales are slightly lower compared to last year. But this does not mean the market is crashing. Instead, the market is normalizing after several years of extremely strong sellers market. Now let's talk about detached homes in Calgary, because this is where the market is still relatively very strong. Detached homes continue to have a limited supply, especially in price range below 700K. In fact, detached homes currently have less than 3 months of supply, which means the buyers are still competing for well-priced homes. The benchmark price for the detached home in Calgary housing market is around 730,000K, which is slightly lower than the last year, but still very stable. However, the story is very different when we look at the Calgary condo market. Right now, there are significantly more condos for sale in Calgary, and this has pushed the condo market towards the buyer's market. Inventory for apartments and condos is higher, and the benchmark condo price in Calgary is around $298,000, which is 9% lower than last year. This means buyers who want to buy a condo in Calgary now have more options and more negotiation power. So why is Calgary's housing market shifting in 2026? There is few very important reasons you should know. First, Calgary has expanded record level of housing construction over the last few years. So many new homes, condos, and apartment buildings are being completed, which increased the supply. Migration into Alberta is next. And it's still happening, but has slowed slightly comparative to the pandemic years when many people were moving to Calgary from Toronto and Vancouver. And the third, some buyers are still waiting to see what happens with interest rates and the economy. Even with these changes, Calgary's real estate remains one of the most attractive markets in Canada compared to cities like Toronto and Vancouver. Calgary still offers significantly more affordable housing. Many buyers across Canada are still choosing Calgary because they can buy a larger home for a much lower price. That's why we continue to see strong interest from people moving to Calgary from other provinces. So what is Calgary's real estate forecast for 2026? Most experts believe the Calgary housing market will remain relatively stable this year. Instead of large price increase like we saw in previous years, the market may experience small price adjustment depending on the property type. Detached homes are expected to remain relatively stable, while condos may take a bit longer to absorb additional supply. Advice for buyers. If you're thinking about buying a home in Calgary, this could actually be a very good time. Buyers now have more inventory, more negotiation power, and more time to make decisions. This is especially true if you are considering condos and townhomes in Calgary. Now, advice for seller. For seller, the strategy is in Calgary real estate market in 2026 is a little different compared to last few years. Homes still sell, but pricing, presentation, and marketing are now more important than ever. Sellers who price their homes correctly and market them well will still see strong results. So overall, Calgary housing market in 2026 is not crashing. It is simply becoming more balanced. Detached homes are still experiencing limited supply, while condos are becoming more buyer-friendly commodity. Understanding these trends help you make better decisions when it comes to buying or selling real estate here in Calgary. If you are thinking of buying home in Calgary or selling your home, simply wants to understand what your house is worth in today's market, feel free to reach out. I'm Rupi Aulik, your Calgary realtor. I'll be happy to provide you a personalized real estate market update for your neighborhood. We'll talk in next video. Thank you so very much.